I've been here since day one. Since this guy started promoting, we started the Carl Greaves YouTube channel, and now we've only got the British cruiserweight champion in the Carl Greaves camp. What are you feeling like?
Unbelievable, Jane. You know what I mean? Words can't describe how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? I'm so happy, and it means the world to me. It feels like I've won the British title myself. I mean, I challenged for it twice. It was unsuccessful, but coming out with that tonight was unbelievable. I mean, it was like a Rocky fight. One of the last round. To turn it around like that, I mean, let's be honest, it wasn't a great fight. You know what I mean? There's been better champions, but I tell you, Shane, this should really learn him a lesson now and dedicate himself. Yeah. And who knows, because he can punch, and he proved that at the end of the fight there, you know what I mean? And it was a frustrating night for me, Kev and Frank, everyone, because it was just one of them where nothing was coming together. He wasn't listening properly, and then all of a sudden, me and Kev, Frank, we just said, "Look, Shane, you need to knock him out this last round." Was geeing him up, and as soon as I put my head down, and I heard 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. I can't believe it. He was down on all the cards, and he was going to get beat. Nothing was going to go with us down in London, and we knew that. I can't believe it.
One judge had him losing every round.
Nah, he never lost every round. He had times where he boxed well and he boxed and moved, but he was doing a lot of it and holding. Shane was. He could have kept on his toes and made it easy for him. But let's be honest, nobody thought he could go 12 rounds. You know what I mean? At 2.5, 3 weeks' notice. I mean, it's 3 weeks' notice, and you've got like a week winding down. You know what I mean? He had 2 hard weeks training, and me and Kev's worked wonders with him, really. And
tell everyone at home, Carl, on your YouTube channel, how many rounds has Shane done before this? What's the furthest he's been?
The furthest he's ever boxed is 6 2-minute rounds and a 4 threes, you know what I mean? He was scheduled to do 10 rounds for the Midland area title, knocked the lad out in 3 rounds. So, I mean, at 3 weeks' notice, and obviously doing a 12 rounds, I mean, it was an achievement in itself to scoring the 12 rounds, you know what I mean? And then obviously turning that around, turning that in the last round, it was unbelievable.
Do you know what, Carl? I've just been chatting to Frank and a few other people, and nobody in this game deserves this more than you. For what you put into this sport, you are one of the top men in this sport, and I've been there from day one, mate.
You're gonna have me crying in a minute, Jay. Listen, let me tell you, right? I'm up and down the country week in, week out, you know what I mean? We're always in the away corner, but then I promote a lot, so I'm getting my own kids working, obviously getting them wins. But obviously to come away at 3 weeks' notice and to win a British title is a massive achievement. I mean, listen, it's not gone down as the greatest fight in the world. It's not he's not the best champion. Let me tell you, it's the best story. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is the best story. To win the British title at 3 weeks' notice, you know what I mean? A kid that's not done more than 6 2s, 4 3s. This is a Rocky story, let me tell you. And let's just hope now he dedicates himself for all of us here who support him, his brother and everyone, me, Kev, everyone that's involved with him. Let's hope he dedicates himself now and realises what he's achieved tonight, because a British champion, people dream about being a British champion. That Lonsdale bout is the best bout in the world. And now he's won it, he's got to keep hold of it, and let's try and win this. I mean, he's got the bang, Annie. We know he can punch. He's just got to get a bit sharper and improve, but we can do it.
But at 3 weeks' notice, you could not ask for more. Nobody could ask for more. We didn't think he was going to go 6 rounds, let alone 12.
I mean, we all had a bet on him to win inside 6 because we knew he could punch a bit. We never thought he had 12 rounds in him. You know what I mean? But he was still fresh, really. I mean, the ref was coming over. The ref was coming over. Is he all right? He looks tired. And he wasn't tired. Listen, Liam Williams was more tired than Shane, and it proved that. You know what I mean? When you do take these fights at 3 weeks' notice, as an experienced lad who's been there, done that, right? Let me tell you, you can overtrain for fights. When you get 8, 12 weeks' notice, fighters are overtraining. You know what I mean? It's a big thing in boxing, overtraining. You've got to get it spot on. Shane had 3 weeks' notice. We worked hard for 2 weeks. He had like 60, 70 rounds of sparring. That's all he needed, really. Just a bit of ring craft and that. And it worked. You know what I mean? You could overtrain. You could overcook yourself. He was fresh, really fresh. You know what I mean? And it proved it works.
Well, I'll tell you what, from everybody, and I mean everybody in the boxing world, especially me.
Thank you, Jane.
No one deserves this more than it. Listen, the interviews will be on Carl Greaves' YouTube channel in the morning. The only place you can't even get these interviews on janecouchboxing.com. You've got to go to Carl Greaves' YouTube channel, because this fella is what boxing is all about.
Thank you, Jane.
I love him.